And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Here's Morgan throwing on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Morgan now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Morgan. To throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Switzer now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Morgan on 1st and 10. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On 1st and 10, Morgan going deep for Diggs. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Morgan throwing again. Going deep for Diggs. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Morgan operating from the gun. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 62 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Switzer now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Morgan now, throwing on first down. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught at the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 54 yards. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw is Morgan on first down. And that's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Let's go.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Switzer now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Morgan back to the air on 2nd down. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They pitch it out to Cook. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
A toss to Cook. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Boy, shifts past him. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Unbelievable. A defensive collapse on the final play, and Charles Hagan tie it with a PAT.
I cannot believe that.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will tie the ball game. And an overtime playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only one period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible.